Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I'm your host, FD for SageFab.tv, with yet another crypto public portfolio update. And this is the 15K to 600K portfolio challenge, a portfolio we have created, made up from projects from across 6 ecosystems or blockchains or categories in Ethereum, Cardano blockchain, Polkadot, Cosmos ecosystem, Avalaunch, and a final category that we call mixed, where anything goes. The idea is to invest around $2,500 into each of those categories, which will give us a total of $15,000 invested once the budget is fully allocated. At the moment, we're sitting at around 77%. Then try and manage that budget or that portfolio all the way up to $600,000. It might appear like a huge ask, but this is a crypto bull run. Crazy things happen. So if you are interested in knowing where this portfolio goes, please don't forget to like and subscribe, as well as hit that notification bell just in case you end up missing some of our updates as the bull run progresses. This video is also not targeted at UK audiences for the sole reason that the UK authorities do deem anything crypto related to be extremely risky, and they are trying to protect you just in case you end up losing your funds. So if you're from the UK, I'm sorry, you should not be watching any crypto related content, including this video. But if you're from the rest of the world, guys, thank you very much for joining us at SageFab.tv. Please consider subscribing to our channel. We want to grow the channel, and we want to at least aim for 2,000 to 5,000 subscribers during the course of this bull run. Is that feasible? That's our own target now. 2,000 to 5,000 subscribers for the period of this bull run. Let's make it happen, guys. Let's make it happen. Spread the word. Anyway, let's get started then. And we're going to kick this segment off with projects from the Ethereum blockchain or ecosystem. And in there, we hold VulcanForged and the POR token, PerpetualProtocol, and the PEP token, as well as AEVO, formerly Ribbon Finance. The POR token kick us off then. And this week is priced at $4.06. Portfolio is now valued at $417.94. Week on week, we are down slightly by 4.1%. Overall, we are still up 15.1%. Next is the PEP token, which is priced at $1.12. Portfolio is now valued at $1,125.02. Week on week, we are slightly down by 1.4%. Overall, we are still up 164.6%. Finally, for Ethereum, it's AEVO, which is this week priced at 52 cents. Portfolio is now valued at $584.24. This week is slightly down on last week by 6.4%. Overall, though, we are still up 121.4%. So that means our Ethereum basket to our 15K to 600K portfolio challenge is this week valued at $2,127.20 and is down on last week by 3.6%. We'll then move on to the Cardano blockchain, where we hold positions in Cardano's native coin, which is ADA, World Mobile Tokens, WMT token, Lenify, formerly AEDA, Sunday Swap in the Sunday token, as well as Wing Riders WRT token. Let's kick this off with Cardano's native coin, which is ADA, and this week is priced at $1.14. Our portfolio is now valued at $1,375.39. Week on week, we are down 6.1%. Overall, we are still up 299.7%. Next is World Mobile Tokens, WMT token, which is priced at 58.1 cents. Portfolio is now valued at $1,167.04, and week on week we are actually up 9.7%. Overall, we are now up 345.6%. Next is Lenify, formerly AEDA. Now, there was a drama with Lenify. This is what you get when you take an intern, someone who can manage your socials, to run your PR department. They are not the same thing. I don't know why people get that wrong. Managing social, you can get away with posting rubbish, but if you are trying to do a PR exercise, you need someone who actually understands the message and what you are trying to achieve. The message here is not to trigger panic, it's to try and manage it and calm people down. And what Lenify did this week when they found an issue with one of their smart contracts, that's unforgivable. Not many projects can come from this, but let's just hope this is something minor. But they need to put someone in charge of managing their PR. If they have a PR disaster or something that requires public communication, contain an issue, the person who runs your socials, your Twitter, your Telegram, your YouTube is not the person ideal to do this. You saw what happened yesterday. Terrible. The original message, terrible. That's not how you run public relations. Anyway, let's move on then with Lenify token. And this week it dropped 45% to about $1.96 at the time of recording. The portfolio is now valued at $2,372.74. And week on week it's down, like I said, 45.4%. Overall, we are still up 255.5%. But just imagine you entered Lenify at $3. You lost quite a bit. It happens. Next is Sunday Swap in the Sunday token. And this week it's priced at 1.6 cents. Portfolio is now valued at $1,753.75. Week on week, we are down 8.6%. Overall, we are still up 116.5%. Finally, for Cardano, it's Wing Riders and the WRT token, which is this week priced at 4.6 cents. Portfolio is now valued at $489.82. And week on week, we are down 4.0%. And overall, we are still up slightly by 2.7%. So that means our Cardano basket this week dropped down significantly from where it was last week by over $2,000, and is now valued at $7,158.74. cents, and it's all down to Lenify, majority of it. So week on week, we are down on last week by 23.1%. Overall, we are still up 182.9%. We move on to Polkadot, Summer and Kusama combined. We call that Summer, and we hold Bit.Country Pioneer or Mnet and the NEAR token, RMRK.app, Moonbeam Network, and NEARProtocol. Let's start with Mnet's NEAR token, and this week is priced at 1.9 cents. Portfolio is now valued at $15.38. Week on week, we are up 9%. Overall, we are still down 93.8%. Next is RMRK, which is this week priced at 38.3 cents. Portfolio is now valued at $142.93, and week on week, we are down 8%. Overall, we are still down 81%. Moonbeam Network and the Glimmer token is up next. This week is priced at 34 cents. Portfolio is now valued at $681.78, and week on week, we are down 11.4%. Overall, we are down 7.6%. Finally, it's NEARProtocol and the Kill token, which is this week priced at 17.6 cents. Portfolio is now valued at $185.10. Week on week, we are down 5.7%. Overall, we are still down 53.9%. So our Summer basket this week is valued at $1,025.19 and is down on last week by 9.7%. Overall, we are down 51.3%. So the comparison between the current week and the last week, there was a massive collapse of the Bitcoin price. Not really that huge, but it was significant enough to affect the altcoins. That's why most of these altcoins have dropped on a week-to-week basis. But some have managed to regain their original price levels or get closer to them because they've recovered quickly. Those are the stronger points. The ones that struggle to come back to their original pricing after such a collapse, they are probably projects you don't want to be holding for the rest of this bull market. If you are in the positive, like I am, it might be time to actually look at shifting some of these positions into something else that is solid and resilient. You don't want a token that is somehow neurotic, just drops at the flinch of an eyelid. It drops. It's ridiculous with some of these things. Anyway, moving on to Cosmos, where we hold positions in EVMOS, Injective, Osmosis, Persistence, and Axelar. Let's kick us off then with EVMOS, which is this week priced at 3.1 cents. Portfolio is now valued at $35.51. Week on week, we are down 10.9%. Overall, we are still down 92.7%. Next is Injective, and the INJ coin this week is priced at $30.10. Portfolio is now valued at $3,009.82, and week on week, we are down 13.4%. Overall, we are still up 620.6%. Osmosis and the Osmo coin is up next. This week is priced at 67.3 cents. Portfolio is now valued at $678.99, and week on week, we are down 6.8%. Overall, we are still up 36.2%. Persistence and the XPRT coin is up next. This week it's priced at 18.1 cents. Portfolio is now valued at $187.55, and week on week we are down 5.9%. Overall, we are still down 21.6%. Finally, for Cosmos, it's Axelar and the AXL coin, which is this week priced at 96.4 cents. Portfolio is now valued at $1,006.31, and week on week we are down 9.1%. Overall, we are still up 132.8%. So our Cosmos basket this week is valued at $4,918.18 and is down on last week by 11.4%. Overall, we are still up 124.7%. Moving on to the mixed portfolio where we hold positions in NEARProtocol, Pythnetwork, Beam, and Shrapnel. Let's start with the NEAR coin, which is this week priced at $7.14. Portfolio is now valued at $403.43, and week on week we are down 8.8%. However, overall, we are still up 114.9%. Pythnetwork and the Pyth token is up next, and this week is priced at 46 cents. Portfolio is now valued at $1,010.81, but week on week we are down 13.3%. Overall, we are still up 19.8%. Beam is up next. This week it's priced at 3.5 cents. Portfolio is now valued at $1,125.28, and week on week we are actually up 9.2%. Overall, we are up 104.8%. Finally, for the mixed portfolio, it's Shrapnel and the Shrap coin, which is this week priced at 4.2 cents. Portfolio is now valued at $158.10, and week on week we are up 2.1%, but overall we are still down 61.5%. So that means our mixed portfolio this week is valued at $2,697.62, but is down on last week by 3.4%. Overall, we are still up 40.4%. Finally, is the Avalaunch ecosystem of blockchains, where we hold positions in Avalaunch and the AVAX coin, LFJ, formerly Traderjoe, and the Joe token, as well as Avalaunch and the Zava token. Let's kick us off then with Avalaunch's AVAX coin, which is priced at $53.43. Avalaunch position is now valued at $2,792.67. Week on week, we are up 0.8%. Overall, we are up 282.8%. LFJ's Traderjoe is up next. This week is priced at 55.6 cents. Portfolio is now valued at $666.06. And week on week, we are actually down 9.9%. But overall, we are still up 35.8%. Finally, it's Avalaunch and the Zava token, which is this week priced at 98.7 cents. Portfolio is now valued at $2,481.77. And week on week, we are down 2%. Overall, we are still up 113%. So that means our Avalaunch position this week is valued at $5,940.50, but it's slightly down on last week by 1.7%. Overall, though, it's still up 251.3%. So what about the overall 15K to 600K portfolio challenge? As you can imagine, with what's been happening during the past week, it's down by approximately $4,000 to $23,867.43, and that's a decline of 11.7%. Overall, though, it's still up 107.9%. In terms of net gains, we are looking at $12,384.76, but if we include the profits we took earlier on in the bull market from our Pythnetwork, we are looking at $13,078.88, which is the equivalent of 113.9%. So it is still relatively stronger, weaker than it was last week, but we're still in a strong position for a rebound and moving forward. Of course, there are some ecosystems with weaker projects like the ones from Dotsama or Polkadot and Kusama combined, as well as Cosmos networks seem to have taken a lead. For now, everything is paused. Not many things are moving that fast in the Cosmos ecosystem, but that's to be expected. When altcoin season gets into gear proper, things may change, which I think it will happen sometime soon. As for Bitcoin, it's still playing this yo-yo game, going past the 100K, coming back. Now we just reclaimed the 100K again. I think it's about time we make that into support. If that happens, altcoin season could come full swing. Things are starting to happen at the moment, but yeah, let's be patient, guys. This is not the time to fumble your bag. Until the next one, this is FD for Sage5.tv signing out for now. Bye.